yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mount. Barco. And the counter is on. He is through here. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Beckham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Alaba. And it's Dybala. Threads one in. Now it's Batistuta. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Alaba. Mount! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So
it's Raul! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 16 minutes is number 6.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Looking to play him in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fired deep towards the back post. Dida deals with that, nice and simple. Raul. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get free. Leicester is in a really good position out wide. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. India do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And they can counter here. And this is Beckham. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Mount gets a good foot in there. Now it's Beckham. Oh, this looks sharp. He's picked his way through. And the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Thuram, looking for options for movement.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that is as far as they're going to go. That has ended up in no man's land. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has been cut short. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's gone for goal! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! About as smooth as it gets! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
42 minutes is
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
India are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
There will be 1 minute
Now it's
added
Dybala.
time.
Boca Juniors do have a chance to counter here. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Alaba. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that.
And it's been given away.
That was lovely, that.
Elise, he's shifting through the gap. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Elise really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aims beyond the defence. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Beckham. Ambitious ball here. It's a promising position. And this is Beckham.
Beckham really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, easy pickings there. It's played through for him. Shapes to shoot!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
India are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Quarter of an hour played. The referee's awarded a free kick. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. Nesta is someone so often referred to as the... And the shot! And yes, it's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of...
Decent chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
And he's gone looking for safety. And now they can spring out of defence. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? It's Raul! And that's definitely not his best. Now the ball in. And it's Pedri. Pedri! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Pedri clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pedri. Now it's Cruyff. Can he spark a counter here? Paris Saint-Germain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Beckham. And he's managed to get free. That'll be a throw. Cross goes in there. Keeper's dealt with that. He's dealt with that really well. De Jong. Raul has found the net here, of course. Big chance! And for a moment, time stood still. It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. He's found a way through, and this is Cruyff. Raul. Pedri. And it's Pedri. Now it's Batistuta. Raul. Pedri. That's Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's loose now. Oh, he's been... And one more try! Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
India clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Beckham. De Jong. Jordan Henderson. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. He's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. Van Bouten cuts out the pass. Olise. Olise looking to penetrate opposition lines. Lovely feet. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Cruyff looking to play it into the box. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Raul. That's really well manoeuvred. Paris Saint-Germain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, well played, well played. Jordan Henderson. Oh, they can break here. Tries to play it through. De Jong cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
India can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Beckham. Beckham has a look inside the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Cruyff. Can he get it through? No joy this time. Out of play for a goal kick.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 4.
So time for change.
Le numéro
And
22.
this one has been on the cards for a little
numéro
while.
17. Le numéro 15. À leur place, le numéro
Played out
8.
towards the right wing.
Modric. Le numéro 18.
He won't be happy with that one.
Hazard.
Modric
Le numéro
charging
47.
forward, the ball at his
Le
feet.
numéro 21.
Foden. And he's well positioned. And he shoots! And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. And he's going direct. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Raul. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Odo. Raul. Beckham. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And it's Beckham. That's an imaginative pass.
India clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No way through. Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Beckham. Batistuta. Jordan Henderson. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Short changes him with that pass. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Changement en cours.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Jordan Henderson. Now Modric. Modric. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nesta takes control of it and he's on the move.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
That's very neat. Deep into stoppage time. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And we're done. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Alessandro Nesta looking a picture of calm out there, Jim. No doubt ready to deliver yet another defensive masterclass.
Yeah, a man who week in, week out took on the very best attackers. He always embraced that, and they very rarely got the better of him.
A proper virtuoso of the game. Even the most brutal tackles were delivered with flawless timing, impeccable grace, elegance.
Spot on.
And here's Shevchenko. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Gerrard. Ball played for Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rijkaard. Raul. Rijkaard. And here's Raul. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Neymar. Bullet. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Now it's Batistuta. Distributed tidily. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bergomi produces the perfect tackle there. Gerrard can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, easy pickings there. Ambitious ball here.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Gerrard.
India really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Gerrard. Could move up a gear here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove
He can run
productive?
onto that. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rijkaard. Bergomi. And it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. Beckham. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Gerrard. Bullet. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Beckham. Searching pass he's played there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bullet. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a cute ball. Chips it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Maldini. Pass somewhat off target. Out for a throw. Gerrard. It's Hullet. And it's Neymar. And he's worked it through. Hullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played back in, and he can clear it away. They get a throw in. And here's Neymar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bullet. Roll with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And a chance! And it's a goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room,
And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable.
And a
Keep
quick
things
reminder
simple,
today that
keep the
parking in the
intensity
area around
high,
the stadium
and
is
hope for an
strictly
early
forbidden.
goal. If that
Please use
happens,
parking provided
it's a
by the
game
club
changer.
or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
Here we go again then.
India really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Raul. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's made its way to him. Gerrard. Bullet dominates aerially so often. And it's Gerrard. Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nesta. And that's gone loose. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Ronaldo. Raul. Short changes him with that pass. And this is Shevchenko. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And no, that was never going to make it. He shifted it to the flank. Thuram. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Gerrard. Raul.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Played out towards the right wing. Gerrard. Your impression so far, Jim?
India are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And it's Gullit. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Nesta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Gerrard. Rijkaard looking to penetrate opposition lines. He's through. There's the shot! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gerrard. Rijkaard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No luck with that dink over the top. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rijkaard. Might be dangerous. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now, can they get him away? And that pass just didn't quite work. India with the corner, they're first. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That is ended up in no man's land. Looking to play him in. Decent chance! They've scored! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substitution.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Batistuta. Now it's Raul. Nicely weighted ball. Raul looking to run onto it.
India nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Nesta. Aims beyond the defence. Over to the left. Nice control. And it's Pedri. Very much into the last knockings. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well struck.
Bergomi is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Nesta. Rijkaard. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. India have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you
The
to join
end of the
me in
game.
wishing our
Reflections.
birthday boy a
Well, I have to
very
say, I'm
special
thoroughly impressed
birthday.
with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. There's the whistle. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide.
Raul! That is gorgeous from Raul!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like
He's having a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckham standing over it.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
And it's hoisted clear. Rijkaard. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Adams clears it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Kukçu. And this is Marmoush. And he's straight offside. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. That's been cut out, well played. India leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Messi. Brilliantly cut out. Danger averted for now. Pedri. Tries to play it through. And this is Messi. And Messi! And he's gone looking for safety. That has been knocked clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now it's Beckham. It's a promising run he's making on the right.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Not the most accurate pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Drogba. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Kukçu. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Sends it crossfield. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedri. Messi. 30 minutes gone. Passing nice and neat. Great vision. And that has been clubbed away. And they've got a throw. Bergomi produces the perfect tackle there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's a sharp little ball here. And Neuer pulls off a sense. And the volley. He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That is wonderful to watch. A quite brilliant finish.
Well, the keeper had no chance. He's absolutely nailed that one.
India are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Kukcu. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Messi. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And this is Batistuta. That ball looks a good one. Raul gets into some space. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Corner number 2 then. Beckham with the short one. Oh, that's a fine interception. Not going up front in a hurry. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. And that's been won straight back.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Isco, and they can counter here. Nesta, and it's half-time here. How would you review the first half?
India certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
India go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion.
Niños que estén interesados en echar una mano como recogepelotas pueden informarse en las oficinas del estadio.
There's the start of the second half. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nesta. Pedri. To Beckham. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Isco. And this is Marmouche. Kukcu. Pedri attempts a clearance. Conte. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And here's Kukcu. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there.
India have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, look at the space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Messi. And this is Marmouche. Now it's Drogba. Can he get it through? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. India present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Dealing with the pressure. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Batistuta. And it's Nesta. Can he get on the end of this? Raul gets into a good position. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Kokchu is onto this. That has been knocked clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Isco. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Out towards the flank. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Batistuta. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Raul. And this is Batistuta. Threads one in. And this is Batistuta. Beckham. Beckham with the cross. Neuer deals with that nice and simple.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Rijkaard. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's intervened well there. Roberto Carlos. Looking for options for movement. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
And that was very necessary. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well measured. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's a dangerous ball.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
India close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Un minuto de descuento.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled out
welcome
all
to
the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this fella, Xavi Simons. I was going to refer to him as just Xavi, but it just seems a little unfair. He is a proven leader and a communicator since his young days in the game. I just think he's better in a freer role. Just give him that freedom to express himself, and he's a type of player who just likes to play off the cuff, so you're never quite sure what he's going to do. He's unpredictable.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now, can they get him away? Raul, good purposeful running this. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cannavaro. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. It's Van Basten! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Kudus. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. He might be in here! Vitinha! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Raul. He is through here! Raul plays it in.
India really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Schlotterbeck. India do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
It's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Schlotterbeck. Baresi. And it's Vitinha. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Some really good ball movement. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi Simons. That's Rijkaard. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Alvarez has been caught there, it's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. Alvarez chooses to go cross-field. And here's Kudus.
India truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Looking tidy and a shot! Oh, well played, well sorted out. Played back. Vitinha, who does have an assist to his name. Passing nice and shot at goal! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And he's there to make the challenge. Nesta is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Baresi. Kudus. Opts for safety.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Schlotterbeck. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Rijkaard is the guilty party there. Alvarez. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are already promptly back underway.
India really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked at a step.
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, there first. Not a lot we need to say about that. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Pedri. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Xavi Simons. Cannavaro. Raul. Pedri. Batistuta is onto it. Up he goes!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Pinches it off him. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? Well, I think... And Batistuta! Oh, classic Batistuta! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
India grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, well played, well played. And now they can spring out of defence. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Xavi Simons. Van Basten. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Vitinha. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Dealing with the pressure. Oh, great save by Dida. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that's definitely not his best. Raul, and that interception was most necessary, and it's made its way to him. It's a mighty effort! Decent enough try.
Van Basten is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Basten, now it's Kudus. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Look at the space here! Great chance! Batistuta looking understandably energised after his goal.
Substitution on the field, number 6, Raul.
India are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Robertson.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. Beckham! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Beckham is offering a wry smile there.
Beckham to take it as usual. Kudus. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Hazard, foot in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Beckham! India have their third corner. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hazard. Oh, well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's got away! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Not the most accurate pass. Looking for options for movement. He's in a great position here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Baresi.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Rijkaard. Schlotterbeck. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Quality ball.
4 added minutes has been
Deep
indicated.
into stoppage time. Kudus. And this is Batistuta. Hazard. Looking to play him in. He's through, now is he in? Chance for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Paris Saint-Germain really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Coming on to replace him is number 41, Rice.
Desperate defending required here. Hazard plays it short. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off. So that's it, it is all over. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.